Hello, and welcome to another update video about TRB. Yeah, still a coin that potentially has a chance, at least here, to reach this this fifth wave target that we talked about in previous videos. Let's just talk about where we are with this coin. First of all, what we're talking about here is an ABC structure. Most likely, that's my preferred interpretation, that TRB moved up in questionable but still recognizable 5 waves in what I would call a wave 1, so an uptrend into 2021, moved down in 3 waves. I consider that only the A wave, not yet all of wave 2. That would be the alternative, okay? But in a primary scenario, this would be an A wave for me. Then this here is a flat structure in circle wave B. Doesn't need to go that high, so ideally sort of in the region between $70 and $80 target wise. Yeah, if it pushes higher, it doesn't need to, but if it does, and then 5 waves down in wave C afterwards. This would be my preferred interpretation, where it will complete wave 2 and then rally in a third wave. Alternatively, and that's the bullish perspective, is that we had a wave 1, a wave 2. This would be another 1-2 setup. Okay, and this could be another 1-2 setup, but that is, I don't believe that, okay? But that would be super bullish. I mean, but even then, after the 5 waves up that we're currently tracking, if it forms a higher low and we can track bullish support, then it can always take off early, okay? So we just need to track that. I just don't believe it at this stage. And yeah, if we zoom in, then we can see that obviously we're tracking currently a 5-wave move to the upside, a so-called C wave. And let's go to the 4-hour chart. A C wave of wave B. And there are a few, within this main thesis, main scenario, we're currently tracking two scenarios, 2 ways to get higher. Because the C wave should have 5 waves. Obviously, it can always break to the downside earlier, but it has a chance for a 5th wave. After that, it will get increasingly risky because, you know, you typically have a great chance of completing such a C wave after 5 waves. I mean, it can always extend, but the risk for a move down then increases. So at the moment, I'm tracking a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3, the wave 4 potentially complete, and then this could be wave 5 in an ending diagonal. So obviously, I think this is morphed into more like a parallel trend channel, which is okay. For a diagonal, okay? The thing is, we need one more high, okay? Then we can call it complete. Then we've got 5 waves complete. We did talk about in previous videos that as long as it's holding the $40 level, 41, it can give us that 5th wave. And so far, it did hold that support, yeah, perfectly, the golden ratio. So that's what I'm watching. And now, however, it needs to push higher, okay? So against that level, still, the focus can be on higher. I cannot promise that it will happen because there is still the potential that the move up was only a high wave B and we reset this wave 4, the larger wave 4, and then get this wave 5 a little later. Yeah, that would be my alternative, and that will become the primary below $41, which means that this move down, because it was very short for a wave 4, would only be the A wave of a wave 4. The move up in 3 waves would be a B wave, and the move down now would be a C wave. And then we just reset this wave 4 lower. And bullish support for the wave 4, we can track that as well, is $21.40. So as long as the $21.40 level is holding, overall, that 5th wave of that wave degree, one larger wave degree, can happen. It would just be delayed a little bit. So let's assume we come down below $41. It has a chance to reset large degree wave 4. But we have to assume it could come down all the way down to $21.45. Actually, maybe I'm going to add the 38.2 fib level because that's the ideal target for a 4th wave. That was reached already, by the way. So that's the only reason why we consider wave 4 is already done. But a high B wave is always a risk, okay? Now, at the moment, as long as we're holding above micro support, I will focus directly on higher. But this would be the fallback option. It's not perfect wave structure, okay? It's not impulsive, so we haven't really had anything impulsive since... Well... I mean, certainly not since here, okay? Since middle of September. So This is just diagonal structure or corrective, so it's pretty much poor price action. This here, you could argue, is impulsive, but since then we haven't had anything impulsive. So you're dealing with really imprecise price action. If it's not impulsive, it could be a diagonal, could be corrective. So don't look for precision, yeah, in a chart that doesn't give it to you. Okay, it's just not there. So I suggested to members in previous updates, you know, what you can do is just to take a grid bot approach. You could do that manually, buying in batches as we go lower all the way down to round about here, the support box, yeah, and then selling when it goes higher. Okay, so anybody who did that could have sort of already bought a batch here and take some profits. And then as we go lower, buying, and as we go higher, selling, and so on. You know, because it's imperfect price action. It's not very accurate price action, and it's just that sort of diagonal structure here. So the potential is still there. You know, it can easily go to around about $70 quite comfortably. The question is, does it do it now, or will it be a little later after this wave 4 gets a bit of a reset? Okay, so yeah, this is sort of a larger range where you need to be prepared that the price can do anything. Really, it is what it is. So it's worth to be aware of the two support areas. If we break below 41 or $40.90, then we pretty much have clarity that the wave 4 will probably reset, but that would mean it can drop 50% potentially. So if we talk about targets for that small fifth wave there, we can take the length of wave 1 through 3 there. And then we go to the low of the 4. And then, yeah, it gives us sort of as a very first early target, but that would be a little bit too weak because we haven't made a new high then. So $60, but 76 is a key level. 76, and then the top here of the resistance box at 83. That would be an ideal target range for wave 5. Yeah, that's my update about TRB. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.